Hi, everybody, and welcome to Niner FIFA Radio's post-game show. I am your host, Jaymie. It is good to see you guys. I know you guys normally see me on Fridays. My work schedule got changed a little bit, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to be on the Friday shows anymore, but I will pop in when I can, but I will still be doing the post-game shows, just so you guys know. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to do this. Okay. Hold on. That is for later. For right now. We got some comments. Here we go. Roberto. Hello. Welcome, guys. I'm here to talk about the post-game show for the 49ers win over the Arizona Cardinals. It was 16-35 with San Francisco winning. And Brock Purdy only had one incompletion the whole game, no interceptions. But I will get to those stats in just a few minutes. I'm going to talk about the overall game in general and whatnot. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. So overall this game was a very good game. The 49ers offense was just on point. Brendan Ayuk had a huge game back. He had some really good deep targets that Purdy threw to him. He had I think it was 40 yarder catch, I believe it was. I listened to the game at work, so honestly, the offense played really, really, really well. The defense was really solid, only held the Arizona to 16 points, which I think is huge. But this is a huge win. The 49ers are now the only, besides the Philadelphia Eagles, are the only other team that is 4-0 in the whole league, which I think is huge. And this is a big game. This is our second game this season. We haven't played Seattle yet. This is our second division game so far this season. We won against the Rams and we played against the Cardinals and won both of those, which is huge. So we're 2-0 in the division right now, which I think is a huge, huge advantage moving forward. Overall, I think this was a really, really good game, and the 49ers were just on point the whole time. I don't really think there's too many blunders. I'm sure there are some, but like the special teams where they had the fair catch deep in their own territory. I think it was at the 10, maybe not even the 10-yarder. It was real close. So that was probably a bummer. But other than that, I feel like the team on defense played really well. On offense played really well. Just overall, very good game. We got to talk about Christian McCaffrey because this might go down as one of the best trades that we've done ever. He is a cheat code in this system. It's insane how much of a cheat code he is because he just he's ridiculous. To be perfectly honest with you, he's freaking ridiculous. Because he just fits in so has those runs. He could just do everything, and he is an elite company where he's already surpassed a record that Jerry Rice had. I'll have to find it, but I think it's consecutive games with a touchdown. I'll have to find it. Hold on. Let me see. I know one person who tweeted it. Give me 1 second. There's that. Okay. 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey just scored a touchdown in his 13th straight game, including playoffs. That surpasses Jerry Rice for the longest streak in franchise history. That's insane. And he scored 4 touchdowns tonight. I know he had, I think, I'll have to look. When we get into the stats, we can break it down. So it looks like he had 3 rushing and then 1 catching touchdown. I know he had a total of 4 in general. So I think that's he was just amazing tonight. today. So like he was just crazy. I know we have Sunday night football tomorrow night or next week, so that will be awesome. But yeah, he was insane last night. To be perfectly honest with you guys, it's just he just fits Shanahan's offense, and it's just crazy. And I'm just so happy for him because I'm sure he enjoyed his time in Carolina, but he's I think if he keeps playing the way he's playing, he's going to be known as a Niner when he retires. Like it's just going to be insane if he keeps doing this. He's just on fire. Might have like an MVP season this year. It's just insane. We have another comment. Randy Purdy almost perfect. That's true. To be perfectly honest with you guys, he only had one incompletion. So if you guys don't mind, we can go to the stats right now. If you guys don't mind. So let me know if you guys can see that. Okay. Brock Purdy, 20 completions, 21 attempts, almost 300 yards. He had 283. He had 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions. I mean, I don't know how much better you can get than that, but like that's really so. It just couldn't hit me. I think with Shanahan and Lynch in this era of 49ers football, I feel like they find, like, we know this, but I feel like they find a majority of those stars later in the round, and I really feel like they found something in Purdy in the last pick of the draft. It's insane how well he's playing. I know he didn't look as good last week, but I feel like he looked amazing this week, and he had those couple of large, like, deep passes down to Ayuk, and Ayuk had a great day today. We'll go over the stats in just a minute. We'll keep going, but it's just crazy, if they've, and I'm been very hesitant to say too much about Purdy, but he's just something else, man. Like, I really feel like he just fits Kyle's system too. Like, I feel like Kyle just trusts him more. I feel like he mentally gets Kyle's system, which I think is huge. And like, if he's playing this well right now, while he is didn't have a complete off season with the team because he's recovering rehab of his arm and his shoulder and his arm and everything. Like, imagine a full off season, OTAs, training camp, everything, the whole 9 yards. Like, this kid could be. I don't know. He's just crazy. All right. Hello, Teresa. It's nice to see you guys. Thank you guys for popping in. Randy has another comment. People also forget that one of Purdy's INTs last season was when he came in at the end of the KC game, makes his run even more impressive. I agree. I completely agree. I think regardless of however Purdy turns out, I feel like his run so far, I feel like he's been way more consistent than, and I'm not a Jimmy Garoppolo hater, but I feel like Purdy has been way more consistent. I don't feel as stressed when Purdy has the ball than I did with Jimmy, even though I like Jimmy. But I feel like he just fits this system, and I think that's a huge thing for him. And I feel like he might not have like Mahomes or all these crazy guys' arm strength, but I feel like he has a decent arm. And he can't throw 80 yards, but he can throw like 40, 50 yards, and I think that's good. So, I just feel like his run has been really good, and he keeps playing the way he's playing, and we keep winning all these games. It's going to be crazy, guys. There's a very real, like, I think next week when we play against the Cowboys, I think it's going to be a huge, huge test. But I feel like this is going to be. I also, another thing about Purdy, I enjoy watching him play. He's so much fun to watch, and stuff. So it's been a good time watching him. All right, let's get over these stats real quick. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I'm pretty exhausted from work, but let's see. Favorite game, we get better. Quest for 6, 100%. Jennings tipped another INT. Brock is a comfy QB. No more noodle arm pretty talk. I agree. I 100% agree. All right. So Christian McCaffrey has a day. 20 carries, 106 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jordan Mason, because Elijah Mitchell was out, had 3 carries, 10 yards. Debo, 3 carries, 6 yards. Kyle Juice, 2 carries, 3 yards. Purdy had 2 carries. He did have the quarterback sneak touchdown, and then they threw Sam Darnold in there later. He had 1 carry for a -1 yard. Ayuk had a huge game, 6 receptions, 148 yards. McCaffrey, 7 receptions, 71 yards, 1 touchdown. Ray McLeod, 2 receptions, 22 yards. Jordan Mason, 1 reception, 13 yards. Kittle, 1 reception, 9 yards. Willie Snead, 1 reception, 9 yards. Ronnie Bell, 1 reception, 7 yards. And Juice, 1 reception, 4 yards. Defense. We have tackle for loss for Kendall Sheffield. Jordan Hargrave had a sack and a tackle for loss. I know that's. I think that's all of those. Jake Moody didn't have to kick any field goals, but he was perfect on his extra points. Let's see. Ray McLeod had an 18 average for kickoff returns, and pretty good. Are we still number 1 in the run game? I would be really surprised if we're not. I mean, we gotta be. I'll have to find that later. I don't know exactly where to look for that, but I would be really surprised if we weren't. Because our offense is built on a run-first offense, but now we have a quarterback who can actually accurately get passes out. So I think it's going to help with defenses not being so stacking the box and stuff. So it should be fun. But I would be surprised if we're not number 1. We got to be. Let's see if I could find. Let's see. Rushing. McCaffrey's number 1 right here on this. He has a total of 459 yards on the season right now. And right behind him is DeAndre Smith with 364. So there's a pretty decent gap between the two of them. Yeah. So I feel pretty good about that. Kyle's was not about to let Mostert outshine CMC this week. That's true, especially after the Dolphins game last week. That would have been hilarious. Miami Hat Machine. Oh, Miami lost today. Sorry, guys, I didn't get to see that. They lost. That's interesting. That is interesting, to be honest, because Miami destroyed the Broncos, but the Broncos aren't super good. Unfortunately, if you're a Broncos fan, somehow find this video. I'm so sorry. It's a tough season, but yeah, that's huge for Miami that lost, but it might be good for them. Who knows? Let's see. Go back. Scores. Go here. So I'm actually going to remove this right now. I think. Yeah, I mean, they're really good too. So that makes sense. Do you guys have anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything else specific? Defense played really good. Let's see. I just really can't think of too much right now. It's a really, really good game. Eagles really struggled with Commanders, but still put up. The Eagles won, right, Randy? I'm pretty sure they did. Because they're still 4-0. So, yeah. That's huge, too. Commanders are sneaky. They're going to be a playoff team this year, I feel like, because the Commanders are tough. So they'll be an interesting team to watch moving forward. Yep. Okay. Might get another Eagles Niners NFC championship game this year, guys. Very, very, very possible. Feels like it's trending that way. But yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about? Purdy looked fantastic this week. Um, everybody looked like the whole team just played so efficiently. And I know I saw a stat of QB efficiency, and then Brock Purdy was actually at the top of it, and he had a 95 completion percentage this week with him only missing that 1/3. I think the only other time that anybody, I think that might have either beat Sam. Oh my God, Steve Young's record. He had a game in 1991 where he had either higher or just at that percentage completion. Sorry, my cat is in the way. Um, so I think that's interesting. I think Purdy's is so much fun to watch. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having a great time. So I'm not 100%, but I think it was the fourth highest QBR. I would not be surprised because he was very efficient. He did not miss. He only missed that one incomplete. And I think in the post game press conferences, McCaffrey put that on himself, which is I think was pretty funny. But yeah, so it was a good game, guys. I hope you guys are still there. There we go. Sorry, my screen just went weird. So yeah, I'm gonna end up ending the stream right now, guys. My computer's acting weird right now. Um, but it was a great game. Pointers are the only other team besides the Eagles. They're 4-0 this season so far. So we just move on to next week against the Cowboys. That's going to be a hell of a game. Sunday Night Football next week. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy Victory Monday, guys. And have a wonderful week. And thank you guys for tuning in. It's awesome. I'm going to just do a quick little plug thing right now. If you guys want to support the show, we have shop4dollars.com is our affiliate link. It'll be the link in this podcast and the video. If you're watching the live stream on YouTube or anything, or in the podcast if you're listening to the audio version. We have Seat Giant. If you use our promo code 950 radio, and we can help you save some money on either any kind of like concert events or sporting events. And it also helps us as well. So that's a huge way to help the show. If you guys like to do any of that stuff and go to the games or whatnot, definitely try to use that. Um, if you want to subscribe to us, we're at 905radio.com/subscribe. We're there as well. It's a great way to support the show. If you can't financially, always. And also plug it, tell your friends. If you have any Niner friends who listen to the podcast, tell them to follow. We have some great content on here. We also have our social media platforms. Follow us, keep updated. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at 904 Radio, and on Twitter at 904R. Yeah, those are great ways to keep up with us. We post stuff there, especially Facebook. We're pretty active on Facebook, guys. So definitely check all those out. I appreciate you guys popping in. Have a wonderful weekend. And as always, go Niners.